حتى على المستوى الديني أو على المستوى الدنيوي أنت تحتاج أن تقاوم. Whatever we talk about our religion or in your normal affairs that you have to have this spirit of resistance, روح المقاومة. So if we just think about الشيطان, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us إن الشيطان لكم عدو فاتخذوه عدوا. The shaitan is your enemy and you have to take him as an enemy. You have to declare the war between you and the shaitan. You have to have this all the time in your mind that the shaitan is your enemy. So what you do with your enemy, you fight him and you resist. And many people think that you have to be a good Muslim. We don't sin, we don't make any mistakes. But Rasul had a beautiful hadith. صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول من سرته حسنته وساءته سيئته فهو إيه؟ فهو مؤمن. And when you are happy with the good deed you are doing, and when you feel bad, when you are sad about any sin you commit, you are a mu'min. Meaning what? Like the believer, the mu'min, may sin, but he's not happy with it. He doesn't feel good about making any mistakes. And this is kind of resistance. Sometimes I fall in fighting the shaitan, and I respond to my desires and I sin. So the moment of the sin, you lose the battle. But when you wake up from the sin, what happens? What you feel? You feel bad. That you are not happy with yourself. This is indication of the resistance of al-muqawama. In the political arena, when we see whatever in the history or in the modern time, the people, الشعوب, want to change the conditions. And what Europe has now, because the struggle of the Europeans 300 years ago, all the revolutions they made against their emperors and their kings, and just watch in documentary about the luxury life of the French palaces and the قصور الفرنسية and their gardens, and it's a lot of the money was invested just when the king come out and he see all this beautiful decoration, while the French people are starving. What happened in France, in Germany, in England, in Scotland, in Ireland? All these people, they resisted. And this is why right now they have freedom and they have human rights. Okay? And when they see a policeman, they are not scared, they don't run away. While any one of us, when you panic. The moment you see a policeman, you panic. Because this is, we didn't pay the price for freedom. We didn't resist. What happened to the native people? And we all follow the news about, every time they, beside a Catholic church or a Catholic school, they found graveyard for the native children. What happened to the native people? Okay, they resisted. But I don't know what happened. They gave up, or they just was not able to resist anymore. They finito. انتهت القضية لأن أنت توقفت عن المقاومة. ما ضاع حق ورآه مطالب. Okay, you will never lose your right as long as you demand, you ask for your rights. Okay, and you resist and you fight for your rights. With the legal way, I'm not saying fight in the meaning of fight, but I'm saying you ask for your rights, you demand for your rights, and you resist. Okay. And what's happening in all the Muslim countries and the Muslim world, the same. If the people resisted, they will get their right backs. If they stop and they say, we need to, نمشي جنب الحيط, we walk beside the wall, maintain your bread, حافظ على لقمة عيشك, okay? So أحيانا يعيش البشر كالبقر. People will live like cows, like animals, like cattle. You can read any story, okay, about a cow who was born 1968, and the cow, was fed, grass, and it went to the field and ate, and one day this beautiful cow saw another beautiful female cow. They fall in love. They got married. They give birth to a cow, and then the cow died, and another story of a cow. So you can have the choice of living, or me to live like an animal, or born and die for no reason, or you become a man and live for a good reason, and you fight for your rights, and you resist, and you change conditions. And so it's not only for Muslims. This is our human history, that a lot of changes happened because some people stood as men. And you know why we call rajul in Arabic? The two legs are rijl. Rijl, rijalan, yani he stand on his feet. So when a problem happened, when a conflict happened, you stand on your feet and become a man, rajul. Okay, so the rajul, the one who stand for his rights, the one who move and walk to achieve the goodness and the rights, and to get the rights of the people. So this is what we need. The Palestinian conflict, we didn't lose the Palestinian case yet. When are we going to lose it? If we stop resistance. As long as we resist, فأنت منتصر. ما دمت مقاوما فأنت منتصر. As long as you are resisting, you will be victorious, inshallah. Okay, so don't give up. فإنه لا ييأس من روح الله إلا القوم الكافرون. Only the disbeliever lose the hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They despair from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from the hope of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from the victory of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. العرب قبل الإسلام تقول إيه؟ لا كرب وأنت رب. There is no calamity as you are our Rabb subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I remember all the time when I got upset, there is certain people and certain statements, certain stories that make me, bring me back to life again. And one of them is Abdul Muttalib. Abdul Muttalib, grandfather of Rasulullah, he was born before Islam, so he's not Muslim. He doesn't have, mashallah, all the knowledge you have and all the resources that you have. And all of us now, mashallah, have access to resources none of the ulama of Islam has access to. And then when Abraha came to destroy Kaaba, Abdul Muttalib, he captured some camels to Abdul Muttalib, and Abdul Muttalib went to him, asked him to return his camels back. And he told him, I saw you and I respected you a lot. I came to destroy the house of your worship to your God, and you asked me for some animals, some camels. فوات عبد المطلب said قال أما الإبل فأنا ربها. I own the camels, so I have responsibility to bring them back. وأما البيت فله رب يحميه. But the house, the Kaaba, has a Rabb, and Allah will protect his house. وقال بيتا من الشعر. يعني he said some. Of course, maybe the story is not true. I'm not talking about how authentic the story is, but the moral of the story. What he said, if the story is true, he said, اللهم إن العبد يمنع رحله فامنع رحالك لا يغلبن صليبهم ومحالهم غدوا محالك فلئن فعلت فربما أولى فأمر ما بدالك ولئن فعلت فإنما أمر تتم به فعلك. He's saying, oh Allah, don't let their plotting and their planning to defeat your plot tomorrow. Okay? And the one before, he said, oh Allah, the slave of us will protect his luggage, his own furniture, his camel. Oh Allah, protect your house. Okay? And don't let their plotting to defeat your plot tomorrow. Okay, because the army is coming tomorrow to destroy Kaaba. And then what he said, and this is very important, فَلَئِنْ فَعَلْتَ فَرُبَّمَا أَوْلَى فَأَمْرٌ مَا بَدَلَكَ. If you, Allah, let this happen, that Abraha destroy the Kaaba, maybe it's better. And something that I don't know. And subhanAllah, this is why some people say this is not said by Abdul Muttalib, it had to be said. Regardless, I don't care about, but the meaning itself, that this is the complete submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the true victory is not what we see, that the American invaded Iraq, or the Iranian went to Beirut. This is not the true victory. The true victory is you stand for the principles, that you stand with haqq all the time. Your choice is with haqq. This is your true victory. The true victory is to stand for the principles, to resist, and to qawm al-dhulm, to resist injustice, and to defend the people who are oppressed. And you know, we have in many Muslim countries, in India, in Afghanistan, in Somalia, in Tunis, in Libya, in Jordan, in Palestine. I mean, you know, there's a lot of wounds bleeding in the body of our ummah. Okay, and we have to stand for everyone, and we have to stand for the people in Canada. We have to stand for the black people in the US and in other places of the world. Any people that need help, we stand for them, we help them. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep us resisting all the time the shaitan and defeat the shaitan from jinn and the shaitan from human. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم استغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
حد الشيخ